Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So this is going to be a bit different video than what I normally do, but Diablo 4 has been a massive topic lately, and no surprise, the talk is about pay to win, monetization, coming off the heels of Diablo Immortal. The question is, will this game be pay to win as well? And I think the obvious answer is yes, but it's going to be way worse than you think it is. Let's take a look. So there's a lot of people that's been talking about all the reasons why, of course, there's going to be some monetization in this, the vague statements that Blizzard has made so far about spending money in the game and how it's going to be around costumes, etc. So I won't go into all of that. But there is one big thing I have seen nobody talk about, and I think it's massive. And that's why I wanted to make this video today. Basically, I will let Blizzard speak for themselves, and then I'll try and dissect it a bit and tell you what exactly is going to go on here.
We've got fully enabled crossplay.
If you have an Xbox and your buddy has a PC, you're going to be able to group up.
Or you could play couch co-op. Two people on a couch can sit there and have a great experience.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds fun.
We've created specific zones where players can engage in PvP.
If you go there, you can start swinging away at people. But you're also opening yourself up to being swung at.
So, back to back, they were so kind to put these two clips next to each other in their own video. This is one of those where it sounds good on the surface. You'll be able to play with your friends. There's going to be like crossplay, console and PC. And there's also going to be PvP in the game. Like, these are all features where you're like, well, that sounds pretty good. However, when you start to think a bit more about it, you see the issue. Inherently, between PC and console, there is going to be a disadvantage playing with a controller in a game like this, in a PvP environment. Like, there's just inherently worse off being on console. So if you're having a game with both crossplay and also a PvP environment, you need to still have the console players being able to compete. There's other games where you have the option on console to play against PC people or play only against console. And for the most part, they choose to just play against console because you are a massive disadvantage. Now, that is not necessarily too bad, is it? Well, we're talking about pay to win. And don't take my word for it. Let's actually hear it from the horse's mouth. So here we have a video. This is a seminar that this guy is doing, and he's talking about monetization, adding pay to win, and just general monetization for mobile games. All of these things PC games does as well, obviously. And it's becoming more and more obvious. I do suggest checking out the entire interview, and shout out to Aspen Gold for bringing this one here to my attention. I hadn't heard about it before seeing it on his stream. Right, so here they're talking about exactly this. So let's actually hear what the guy that is educated about this, trying to teach others how to monetize games, actually has to say.
And last, here are, remember, there are 4 ways of progressing in games in general. You can have a skill-based game, you can have a luck-based game, you can have a game where you just progress by grinding, or you can pay to progress. Make sure that your games aren't too skill-based. I made that mistake myself. A too skill-based game, you don't get people to pay you because there's no reason to.
And there it is. So if you want to have console competing against PC in a PvP environment, skill can't be too much of a determining factor, because then you can't really compete. You're at a massive disadvantage. So how do you compete? Well, you follow the guy's advice about pay to win, and you make sure that gearing is more important and that you can overcome the disadvantage being on console, competing against PC by swiping the credit card, getting gear, getting some other sorts of advantages to overcome the inherent gap between those two platforms in crossplay. I think it's very obvious we're gonna have a killer monetization in Diablo 4. But I don't think it will be as bad as Diablo Immortals, because by doing that, even the people that are saying it won't be pay to win will still be able to say, well, at least it's not as bad as Diablo Immortal, and then Blizzard can do it again. Great. I fucking love gaming in current year. See you in the next one.